Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the next chapter of our accounting grade 12, that is reconstruction of partnership firm. Reconstruction, that means when all the terms and conditions are revived and they are altered and they are made according to the new situations. Now, reconstruction of partnership firm or agreement includes these points: change in profit sharing ratio between the partners. When there is no change in the number of partners, the number of partners remains same, but there is change in the profit sharing ratio due to many reasons. Or there is admission of a partner. Now there will be a number of change in there will be now the change in the number of partners. When a new partner is admitted, the number of partner will be increased. Or the reverse case, that is when there is a retirement of any partner, that means any of the partner will move away from the partnership, or due to unforeseen circumstances like death, there will be death of partner, again there will be a reduction in the number of partners. Or when there is amalgamation of two partnership firms, that means two different firms, when they join hand together, both the firms have their own number of partners, and then collectively there will be a new partnership firm. Now first case we will be discussing, that is change in profit sharing ratio. Now initially when the partnership started, at that time if they might have decided that they would be sharing their profit sharings according to the money invested or capital invested, but later on due to the good managerial skill they might have decided to change the profit sharing ratio, or they might be dividing the profit equally and then later on they may divide according to some other ratio. So this may lead to the sacrificing of any partner. Now when the ratio among the partners for profit and loss sharing will change, it may happen that the prevailing partners may sacrifice or some of them may gain the ratios. Now when there is admission of new partner, at that time the number of partner are obviously going to increase, so profit share will be decreasing. So the new partner who is coming, he is going to take share from each partners and each partner will be sacrificing. Retirement, the name itself suggests that if any of the partner goes out from the partnership firm, then there will be number of partners will be reducing and the profit sharing will also become less. Now at the time of retirement, this happens that the partners are gaining profit. The ratio will be increased, because earlier the profit was shared among more number of people. Now the profit will be shared in among less number of people. Death of a partner, it may happen that the hirer or the son or the wife or any other family member may continue, but again the terms and conditions should be revived, should be re-altered. So in the case of death of the partner, it is not always that the partner is moving away from the partnership, but he or she may give any one other chance to continue his partnership. Amalgamation of two partnership firm. Now when there is amalgamation, it may be because of reduction in the competition. When there is more competition, two firms are competing each other instead of competing, they may come to a conclusion that let's join hand together. So if one firm is having 3 partners, the another firm is having 2 partners, so collectively they become 5 partners. So whatever the profit will be divided among the 5 people. So that is amalgamation of 2 firms. Now whenever a partner is entering in a partnership firm, that is called admission of partner, he has 2 rights. First, right to share the assets of the partnership firm. Second, right to share the profits of the partnership firm. Now to enjoy these 2 rights, he has to give something in return. First thing that he gives in return is he has to give enough amount of capital in the form of cash or in the form of any asset. And the second condition, that means if he want to share the amount of profit, he has to bring some amount in cash in the form of goodwill or a premium. Now, goodwill is the prestige or the value of that firm in the market that the prevailing partners might have achieved. Goodwill of the firm is the prestige or the value that the prevailing partner might have achieved. So he is joining after some time, so he will also enjoy the benefits of the prestige and the goodwill. So he has to pay certain amount in cash in the form of goodwill or premium, and that amount will not be calculated as cash capital invested. That will be a separate goodwill or premium which is shared by the existing partner in their sacrificing ratio. Now if he is bringing something, that should be divided among the partners who are sacrificing. Why those partners are sacrificing? Because whenever there is increase in the number of partners, the prevailing partner will always have a reduction in the share. No matter the profit increases, no matter the turnover increases in amounts, in money, the amounts may increase, but if you talk about share, if you talk about ratio, it will be sacrificed. Now, what is the accounting treatment when a new partner is admitted in the firm? When a new partner is admitted in the firm, he will bring some capital. So that capital will be recorded in his account. New profit sharing ratio will be calculated, and on the basis of that, sacrificing ratio will also be found out. Goodwill, the goodwill that is brought in by the new partner will be shared among the prevailing partner. The value of liabilities and asset of that particular time in the firm will also to be calculated to know whether there is a revaluation profit or loss. So the assets and liabilities will be revaluated. If there are any accumulated profits or maybe losses, will be distributed among the prevailing partners first. That means when the new partner is coming, that the prevailing all accounts are settled and adjustments of partner's capital account. That means the new partner, what amount of capital he is bringing, how his capital will be adjusted in the firm. Now, what is sacrificing ratio? Sacrificing ratio is calculated when the partner is admitted in the firm. Now, I'll give you a simple example. When there are three friends, they are enjoying one large pizza, and all of a sudden the fourth friend come in and he also joins them. So before the new friend, the fourth fellow came, they had 1/3 part each. But when the fourth fellow came, the pizza will be divided among 4 of them. So each of the friend will get 1/4 part of the pizza. So if we talk about in percentage, earlier the three friends were having 33.33, that is 1/3, that is 33.33% of pizza. And now when they have admitted a new partner, so new friend, or we can say a partner, so that at that time every friend will get 25% of pizza. So if we compare from 33.33 to 25%, there will be reduction in their ratio. That is called sacrificing ratio, and it always happen whenever there is a admission of new partner. It is calculated to know how much each partner needs to sacrifice for the new partner. Okay, that when the new partner is admitted, how much amount the prevailing partner will be sacrificing. Helps in calculating compensation to be paid by the new partner to the old partner. Now when he brings in the goodwill, that goodwill will be divided among the prevailing partner, and that is the compensation that is paid by the new partner. Okay, now sacrificing ratio will be calculated by this method, that is old ratio minus new ratio. When the new partner is admitted, at that time the old share will be taken into consideration and new share will be deducted from the old share. Calculation of new ratio and sacrificing ratio in different situations. Now, from where will the sacrificing ratio be settled? Case 1. When the new partner acquires his shares from old partners in their old ratio. Now, whatever the new partner is bringing in, that is divided among the old partner in their old ratio. And the new partner acquires his shares of profit in any other agreed ratio from the old partner. Like when he comes in, he'll bring in the goodwill that will be divided among the partners in any other ratio but not in their profit sharing ratio. When the old ratio of the old partner and new ratio of all partners are given, that means new and old both the ratios are given, so simply we can minus and find the sacrificing ratio. And the old partners surrender a part of their profit share in favor of the new partner. Like any one of the partner will sacrifice for new coming partner. So all partners no need to give. When new partners share, a new profit sharing ratio between old partners are given. When new partner shares is given, and the old partners are going to get the goodwill in the same share. Now, what is goodwill and how we are going to calculate the goodwill of a firm, that we will be doing in next video. In the previous video, we have learned about the goodwill. We have talked about that the partners are going to share their goodwill when a new partner is admitted. Now, what is goodwill? Goodwill is a prestige earned by a partnership firm. There are many reasons or many factors from which the goodwill can be earned and goodwill can be revived. Now, what is the goodwill and how it is created, or what are the factors affecting the value of goodwill? First and foremost thing is favorable location. If the location is near to the customers, to the market, it is bringing something add-ons in the business will run smoothly, and that's why for any firm it is a goodwill. Nature of the business. If a business is such a type where there is good turnover, where there are more number of consumers, then it is also one type of goodwill, or it will may lead to a better prestige of a firm. Efficiency of management, that is very important. When the management is very much efficient, when the managers are very good, when all the departments of any firms are working in an efficient manner, that is going to enhance the prestige or the goodwill of the firm. Factors affecting also includes market situation. If the market is in more demand, if the products are in more demand, when there is good market, that adds on a goodwill. Special advantages, like there is a favorable condition for the production, or favorable condition for supply, or favorable condition for the market. Then if they have a collaboration, if they have some good patents, so that may add on the goodwill of the firm. So that is also one of the factor. Then time factor, whether the business is in its boom period, at that time it has a maximum goodwill. Now we will understand that why the valuation of goodwill is required. We have already discussed previously, at the time of the admission of the partner has to bring in not only the capital but also he has to bring in some goodwill. So very important, the need for valuation of goodwill is to find when a new partner is admitted. Same way, when a partner is retired or maybe died, at that time also what goodwill should be given to his hirer, or if he is retiring, to him. For that, valuation of goodwill is required. When there is change in profit sharing ratio, so in that case, some of the partner may gain, some of the partner may sacrifice. So how they are going to settle their gain and sacrifice? In the form of goodwill. So at that time also goodwill is required. When two or more firms amalgamate, so any of the firm is having more goodwill, the another firm is not having that much goodwill, so that will be nullified and that will be made equal. Now there are three main methods in which the goodwill is calculated. First is average profit method, second is super profit method, and third is capitalization method. When we talk about capitalization method, in capitalization the average profit is also capitalized, super profit is also capitalized, and normal profit is also capitalized. First we'll see what is average profit method. Now average profit, you know that the number of years and the total amount of profit. So once we divide the total amount of profit with the number of years, we will get a average profit, and on the basis of the average profit we will find the goodwill. So average profit, here you can see in the step 3, total profit upon number of years. So that will give the average profit, and whatever the agreed number of years purchased, we will be multiplying with that number and we will find the goodwill according to average profit method. Now average profit method, in average profit method there may happen that in any of the year there is loss, so that loss will be deducted. Here one example is given that from year 2014 till 18 there are 5 years, all the years they have earned profit, and that profit, total amount of profit is divided by 5, and then the amount is 41,600, which will be multiplied by 3. Why it is 3? Because in the question they have mentioned calculate the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years. Weighted average profit method. Here weights, that means depending on the working of a firm, the ranking is given 1, 2, 3, 4, that is so on depending on the year's profit. So that weights are to be given for each year profit, and then it is to be divided by the total number of weights. We'll see in the example. See, here years are given, profits are given, and weights are given. So for the first year the first weight is given, for the second year the weight is number 2, and third year it is number 3, and then fourth year, fifth year, so on. After multiplying the profits with the weight, the total product will be added and total weights will be added, and both the amounts will be divided. So that will give the weighted average profit. And when we multiply the agreed number of years to find the goodwill, we will get the goodwill according to weighted average profit method. Next is super profit method. The name itself suggests super profit. That means when the profits are extraordinary, whatever there is normal rate of return prevailing in the market depending on the efficiency or management of the business, then and more than that when the firm earns, it is called super profit. How it is to be calculated, we are going to see. To find super profit, we have to minus the normal profit from the actual profit, and whenever there is super profit, it is always more than the normal profit. Now you can see in the question the normal rate of return. I will just see the question first. Calculate goodwill if it is to be calculated at the 3 years purchase of super profit. The firm started a business with capital of 2 lakh. The normal rate of earning in this class of business is 15%. The firm earned 37,000 as profit during the year. So if we calculate 15% of 2 lakh, we will get 30,000, but our actual profit is 37,000. So 7,000 is more than 30,000. So 37 minus 30, that is 7,000, and that 7,000 is our super profit. Now it is 3 years purchase, so agreed number of years we will multiply with the super profit, and then we will get the goodwill. So goodwill will be 21,000. Now the capitalization method. Capitalization of average profit. First of all, we have seen average profit, so we will see the capitalization of average profit method only. Now what are the steps to be followed for finding the capitalization of average profit method? First of all, we will find out the average profit On the basis of that, we will do the reverse calculation. Average profit into 100 upon normal rate of return. That will give the value of capital according to the profit. And then actually the net asset we will be finding. Now what is the method of finding the net asset? In step 3 you can see a certain net asset by deducting the outside liabilities from the total value of assets excluding goodwill. That means total assets minus total liabilities, we will find the net asset. And now we are going to compare the capitalized value, that is according to our average profit, and the net asset that we have found in the step 3, and the difference between both the two is the goodwill. You can see capitalized value of average profit minus net asset. Now capitalization of average profit method, we will see one sum. A business has earned average profit of rupees 1 lakh during the last few years, and the normal rate of return in a similar business is 10%. Ascertain the value of goodwill by capitalization of average profit method, given that the value of net asset of a business is 8 lakh rupees. Now normal rate of return is 10% and average profit is 1 lakh. So if we talk about normal rate of return, that is 10%, the capitalized value will be 10 lakh, but the net asset of the firm is 8 lakh. So the difference between the capitalized value and the net asset is 10 lakh minus 8 lakh, that is 2 lakh. So this is capitalization of average profit method. Next is capitalization of super profit method. The same way, we have to first of all find out the super profit. From the super profit we will capitalize the value of our assets, and then we will deduct from the net assets. First of all, we'll find out the total capital employed, that is total assets minus liabilities. Then step 2, we are going to find the normal profit. Step 3, we will find the average profit. Step 4, we will find the super profit. Now normal profit we have seen how we are going to find out. First step 2, we will find out by totaling the profit dividing by the number of years. Then finding out the super profit, we will be deducting normal profit and average profit, and then we will capitalize the value of super profit by dividing it in normal rate of return and multiplying with 100. See, you will be more clear when we see a sum. A business has earned an average profit of 90,000 during last few years, and the normal rate of return in similar type of business is 9%. Find the value of goodwill by capitalization of super profit, assuming that the firm owes total assets worth 30,000, including therein a goodwill of rupees 40,000. Now you can see capital employed, that is total assets except goodwill. So total assets is 8,30,000. From that we will deduct the goodwill 40,000, and liabilities are 1 lakh. So 830 minus 40, that will be 790, minus 1 lakh will be 690. Normal profit, it is given according to the normal rate of return. So capital employed is 6,70,000. On that, if we find 9%, the normal profit will be 62,100. Actual profit, in the very first line of the sum it is given actual profit is 90,000. Now from actual and normal we will find the super profit, that is 90,000 minus 62,100. The super profit will be 27,900, and this 27,900 we are going to capitalize by dividing it with normal rate of return and multiplying it with 100. We will get the goodwill according to the capitalization of super profit method. So this was the goodwill on admission. It may be on partnership, it may be during the time of retirement or death, it may be during the time of reconstruction, and also at the time of dissolution of partnership firm. I hope you have understood all the topics clearly, and you are going to solve your worksheets very nicely. Thank you.